Morning everyone, today we're looking at another Invicta watch review. Trying to get my camera to stop. I need to get a better hold of the watch. So initial look at the box is we've got the standard sort of Invicta branding with the yellow box and the strap line and the Invicta bossing on the side. It's a simple sort of folding style lid, but let me just take it out of this bit of wrapper so we can have a look at better. Even got a yellow pair of scissors to match. It's a bit coincidental. It's got a nice feel to the box with a nice sort of groove, so those sort of rays coming out from the corner of the box. The watch is housed in a simple yellow cushion that's holding onto this watch apparently. So here we go, guys. This is the Invicta S1 Rally 48mm. It's got a 13.5mm case thickness, even though it just looks a bit more than that. It looks more like 15, 16. So that's the Hoover. That should disappear in a minute. 88 retail price. That's from Amazon. Probably weighs around about 250 grams, so it's got a decent weight to it. It has a Japanese quartz movement with a caliber of VD54. So that's a little bit about the little initial look at the specs. So let's unravel this a little bit more so we can have a look at the watch in a bit more detail. I'm not sure if, say, if you were to order this from Invicta, that it would come in all the sort of in this, well, the outside the bag that it came in. I think that's just Amazon's idea of it, but it's all sort of tangled up in the tag now. Right, there we go. So as you can see from the dial, it's got a very sort of creamy beige sort of effect to it. It's a full matte style dial, including the chronograph. The actual design for these S1 Rally watches actually come from famous race cars, so each dial comes from a famous race car, essentially. That's the design they're going for. You've got plain mineral glass over the top, so it's not sapphire or anything like that. 100-meter water resistance as well. And Invicta themselves are one of the oldest Swiss watchmakers, dating back to 1837. So if we look at those little chronograph dials in there, we've got obviously a chronograph in these two sort of sub dials here, the left and the centre one, and we've got a 24-hour reader in the right-hand side sub dial. The actual face of the watch, so I can speak a little bit quieter now. The actual face of the watch sits a bit inside like an indented sort of interior bezel, if you like, with this sort of indentation here. So it's like a 45-degree angle, a nice sort of beige effect, all matching the same colour of the watch. It's a very nice bold watch, especially if you like this colour. So let's have a little look around at the casing before we look at the chronograph. So the casing's a full stainless steel casing all the way around the outside, all the way around here as well. No sort of markings on the outside here. Sometimes Invicta has that Invicta brand on the outside. So let's have a little look at the crown first. Actually, a nice big crown with a little sort of marking on the side here. It's a very strong crown. It gives off a lot of feedback when you pull it out, as you can hear from the sound. And the movement of the hands is decent relative to the thickness of the actual crown. It doesn't feel flimsy at all, really. Or really, I don't mean it doesn't feel flimsy at all. There's no really about it, to be fair. Got a nice, fairly firm click down as well. So let's have a look at that chronograph. So those buttons on the side, they look like the ones you have to screw out, but that's not the case. You just push them as a plain standard chronograph button. And as you can see here, this is the tachymeter just tucked in the centre dial here. You can actually see the little details going on there. Usually the tachymeter is is anchored to the outside, and then this actual second hand here would work as a chronograph, but this time it's just a chronograph inside the actual subdials. There's a simple wind back function, and you can speed time up to an hour with that 60-minute dial on the side there. So coming out to the strap, you've got a 22mm strap with 210mm of length. It's a light brown strap with white stitching, and you obviously got these little holes here, sporty style holes on the side here. And single window system. The strap is nice and thick. It doesn't have much feedback when you push it in, which is the advantage, shows strength. No sort of metallic rings, so it will stretch over time to fit more of a tailored fit. I've kind of smudged the watch. So come round to the back, a sort of a beige effect on the back again to keep consistent with the theme of the watch and its colour. No sort of quick release on the strap. You've got two holders on the strap, so you've got one that's actually tangled up with the other one. So one that's a free roam strap, free mo holder, sorry, and one that's fixed in place. Again, very, very standard for these kind of watches. Looking at the back plate, we've obviously got that S1 Rally style back plate on the back here. Full sort of chronograph, extra markings as well. Lastly, let's have a little look at the buckle. So the buckle is a brushed effect Invicta embossed dial, well not dial, but a embossed buckle with a nice, a fairly decent hinge in there. There's a bit of give to it as well. So there you go guys, that is the Invicta S1 Rally 48mm.